Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Monster Hunter Wilds. In the last episode, we repelled Utadana, and we saw, or Dunna. I think it's spelled Dunna. Dunna. I should know this, because I did just see it not too long ago. But what's also important is, we gotta progress farther, and the only way to do said things is to talk to Alma. But we also met the White Wraith, who attacked Utadana after we repelled it. Alrighty, well, let us move forward. I collided with you, so it stopped me from talking with you.
Are you ready to go meet the Whatwoods?
That sounds like a good idea.
The White Wraith. We finally found it. Its color, the chain-like appendages. Everything is just as Nata described.
Seems so. How's he doing?
He's pretty shaken up, and I don't blame him. We need to keep an eye on him to ensure all that turmoil doesn't turn into anger and hate.
Something tells me there's more to him than meets the eye currently. Oh, hey, we need to finish our preparation. Let's go equip something separate. Also, we should probably put away a bunch of items that we currently don't need. Let's put away that. Usually we find a good bit of stuff. Rations. Wrong number. That's the number I want. Oh yeah, let's grill a meal. Alright. Add ingredients and cook. We only have fish, eh? Enough for cheese. Took over the barbecue grill for the first time. Bulldozer meal. Interesting. We can change the background music? Cool. Very cool. Except it may be time. We have an elemental weapon I keep forgetting about, to be honest. Speed sharpening, which increases our ability. Iron hammer. And speed sharpen. I'd say let's go back to the chatter if we use the chatter. Hypergord. I don't know what load shells does. It increases shell and file reloading speed. That's good. What if that also means we can reload the switch axe faster? Yeah, you saw that, right? Very similar weapons, but different outreach on it. You know what? Let's actually not use the Cheddar Cobbler. We could still do pretty big damage. Oh, that was weird. I hope I never do that again. Looks fun and interesting. Fortunately, I can't upgrade this. Let's go with the power file, the Hope Axe, which will be fully dependent on what type of enemy we use. Alright, now let's continue moving forward.
Ready to go meet the Woodwoods?
Yes, I am.
Alright, let's go then.
Been almost 7 minutes before we started up. Oh man, I can't even equip a different weapon. Oh well.
The rain's let up. The forest is so radiant. Whoa! There's a whole flutter of them. Yeah, a true moment of natural beauty.
Natural and
It
aquatic.
sure is pretty. Look, it's full of fish. What are they called? Well, those are stardusters. I see some sushi fish too. Stardusters always move in schools.
I do find it funny.
It's like a rainbow. Three out of 10.
Hilarious.
That was so... I think that might be my favorite sight today.
You know what would be even more hilarious? Is if that's actually what had happened.
The forest really is diverse, huh?
Oh yeah, it's
Honestly, I
amazing.
got to stop and smell the roses. Look, the water over there is clear. It's not often you get to see the environment change so rapidly.
Hey, look, a pop-up. Roll slash burrows. And exhaust.
Much gratifications, little creatures. Are you here for our gloryfulness, honey?
Hello. Actually, we have a few questions, if that's all right.
I see you're busy gathering honey.
Precisely. After the sky falls out, a sparkling settles over the forest. Water, greeneries, honey, all is most twinklest. This is the way of the forest and what was since big time ago.
A promise of something brighter after the rains. Over the generations, the Woodwoods have learned to live in harmony with this place.
Awesome.
Yes, harmony, good word.
During the downpour, we encountered a leviathan.
It covered itself in a veil of water.
Ah, Lord of Forest. It appears when the sky falls out.
I
guess
love
it
that.
stays in the water until the rains come. The flooding must widen its area of activity.
Given that, it must be the forest's apex predator.
Well, as Apex is being taken down by the White
A
Wraith.
monster with chain-like appendages arrived during the downpour. Did you happen to see where it went?
Nay, none of us had eyes for such things. Not while we are preoccupied with honey basking.
I still love them.
Nobody saw anything. The trail has gone cold.
Oh well.
Stay here.
Come on.
Uh-oh.
For you.
Yes!
Zato,
Travelers.
I didn't expect to see you way out here. Are you all together?
We ran into each other near base camp, so my unit offered to accompany them on the road.
For protection, of course.
Where to?
A village among the oil springs. We make the trip there after every sand tide to trade.
Where is this place?
Beyond the forest, they are well known for their craftsmanship. The stone, bone, and oil folk that dwell there have been perfecting their art since ancient times.
Perked my ears right up.
Move out!
Of course it would park Gemma's ears.
You are looking for your home, yes? A land rich in history might be the perfect place to find answers. Let us travel there together.
Home. Yes.
Home.
Take me with you.
I'd like to see this place too.
I did not expect to travel with so many, but the more the merrier.
A buff.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, everyone. Let's mount up.
Look how different mine looks. Just a darker feathers. That means a new area to explore, though.
Oil fields are just beyond here?
Chapter 2. Wow.
Trade route. I can vouch for its safety.
Eastern honey.
Have you been trading with this village long?
Since beyond remembering. After the season of plenty, we traveled there to trade. Of course, traveling during the season of fallow has its risks.
Methinks things are loading.
Some time ago, and our way of life continues unchanged.
Methinks things are still loading. Oh no. Oh, that was
Oh, is this it?
The
harsh
people call it
light.
the oil well basin. As the name suggests, oil wells up here during one season and then burns in a raging
Wow,
fire.
smokestack.
Fire is the way of the land then.
Ah. We saw the
Consider
back
investing in
end.
some heat-resistant equipment.
Can't argue with that.
Heat resistant equipment. And we should probably get fire resist up too.
Don't fall from your perch now.
Oh man, I can't even
Fine.
dismount.
Saker can glide to catch us.
There.
paired with the bridge must be effective at keeping large
Ooh.
monsters out.
Stuff isn't loaded right.
We are nearly to the Everforge, Azuz.
I'm getting excited. An artisan's paradise.
You said there were 3 tribes? I wonder how the bone folk source their materials.
I wonder if any of it's worth a sniff.
Both of you, try not to embarrass us.
I will introduce you to the chiefs when we arrive. Do not fret about formalities. They are quite casual.
That would be great, thank you.
Alma, can we ask about the keepers?
Of course we will.
Yeah, something's not right here. Oh. Azuz the Everforge. Hello. Oh, they're actually people. They're not just more like woodlands. Uh-oh.
Let me show you to the chiefs.
Gemma's excited. I don't blame her.
Quite a setup.
What I do blame is her outfit, but we'll talk less of that now.
It will be fine.
You say that, but...
Hey! Good to see you, friend. Thanks for coming.
It's been a while.
What a nice surprise. You'll have to stay for the festival.
Let me introduce you. These are Kunafa's guests. They are travelers from the west.
Pleasure to meet you.
Well then, that makes you our guests as well. Welcome, travelers. I present you Azuz, the Everforge.
As
Nice.
you can see, we have a long history of crafts making. My name is Ida, Chief of the Bone Folk. If you need monster materials crafted, we're the best there is.
I am Dolgard. I lead the Stone Tribe. If it's rocks or minerals, we got you covered.
It is such a pleasure. I'll take the grand tour, please.
You lucked out. You're just in time for the Fire Spring Festival.
That will win.
Sure you will.
They ignite the Everforge during the festival. It is quite a formidable force.
There is plenty of time before things kick off. So please, go ahead and make yourselves at home. Take a load off. Relax.
Thank you so much. You're very kind.
Show our guests around.
Right. This way.
I liked the Bone Chief, Ida.
This will do nicely.
Hey! I want to go observe the Bone Folk. It's fine, right?
I want to go check out this Everforge myself.
I wish I could doppelganger myself so I could see it all at once.
I have business with the Oil Folks chief. He's held the position for a long time. Countless years, so his knowledge must run pretty far back.
Then he might have heard of the Keepers.
Follow me.
Just forget it, boss. I hate you.
Uh-oh.
Wait! I'm coming with you!
I hope we didn't come at a bad time.
The girl. She is one of the Oil Folk. I hope it's nothing serious.
Uh-oh. Oil means fire. I like how I've had that
Going to talk to the chief.
purple light
What's your plan?
constantly shining on my hand. Well. Hazel! Oh, how cute. I always love it. My favorite. Attend. Let us re-equip ourselves. Most likely with something useful. Stun resist, please. We're either gonna go in with hope or bone. Probably hope, to be fair. Although bone still has resistance, but we have less defense. Though, as long as we guard, we take less damage, as long as we don't get hit by the attack outside of our guard. I say we go with that. We continue going through this area with the bone armor. Definitely makes it interesting. I believe, I don't know if you can do it here, but there is a way to... Equipment appearance, I think it is. Equipment appearance. Yes, you can... You can make it as if you're not wearing it at all. I'd say I'd turn off. I'd turn off the helmet. So I can see myself, but I'm still getting the benefits of wearing them. Alright, let's move on forward. Ooh, it seems some of the jagged edges are a bit lower quality. Quite lower quality in comparison. Explore Azuz. So I think it wants our main objective to go to Yabron. But let's take our secondary objectives. So let's go up this way. Actually, let's go to Hazel and see what we got other than ingredients. Yeah, I had a feeling it would be like that. Alright, well, let's take our pathway to this one first.
Keeping stocked?
Yes, we are hunters. We use these weapons to take on monsters. We are on an expedition in search of a particular monster.
I see.
Oh, hey. Were you able to ask about the Keepers? No leads on the White Wraith, I'm afraid. We know it left the forest, but not a single soul here has seen it. The only other logical place it could have gone is the desert. That's my thought, at least. I'll ask around here a bit more, just to be sure.
Thanks, Olivia. But you sure you don't want to have a look around like your companions?
Duty comes first, but I appreciate the thought.
Good old Eric. I said good old Eric, even though he seems to be childlike. To be fair, a lot of the characters look younger. But to be fair, a lot of them seem to be younger. Sorry, I lost track of the scout flies.
Can't blame her for being worried for the tribe.
Maki's run off again.
Everyone is excited for the festival. We're gonna craft some true wonders this season.
Are you?
I've seen these monster materials before. Whoa!
It's a talking cloud. What does Lily think of this? Oh, that's funny. Yeah, it's funny. Hey, it's Eric.
Have you seen all the incredible monster materials they work with here?
It's pretty impressive, all right.
In olden times, they used to harvest materials on a much larger scale. The way they tell it, this is just them scraping by with what they can find. I'd give an arm and a leg to see how they were able to rake in so many materials in the old days. They must have figured out something. But what?
I have no clue. What I do know is that we have Vanna to go to.
How does this work? What powers it?
I don't know.
So what's your take? How do you think they power this thing?
Probably oil.
The Everforge? You got me.
It lights up for their festival, right? Something to do with some fire spring? So where does this fire come from, and what makes it spring?
I don't know.
What do you think they even make with it? What's your name? From the, Avis unit. You're the Avis hunter. Right, right. Sorry, I try not to clutter my brain with unnecessary details. Not worth the energy.
I don't like you because
Energy
you do
is
that.
finite, and I choose to use mine to get to the bottom of this Everforge.
That's why you don't have any friends. Anyway. I do like the place. I am still sad that a lot of the textures are pretty bad, but a good number of them are still look pretty good. To be fair, my computer isn't the cream of the crop. It is what, like it's a 4060 with a i135, and is it an I believe it's an i3, either an i3 or an i5. 135.
My name is Alma. Do you think we could have a word?
Yabran.
Part of an expedition. My friends and I are here looking for something.
A pleasure to meet you.
It is good to see you again, Chief Yabran.
Zato. Still kicking, I see. Who are these people?
Trustworthy friends. They saved Kunafa in our hour of need.
That's so. Managed to impress even you, huh?
I heard you ignite your Everforge during the Fire Spring Festival.
We used the tremendous heat from the fire spring to produce Azuz's specialty, auricalcite. However, the quality of the auricalcite hinges entirely on the integrity of the materials used to forge it. Recently, the oil folks' offerings haven't been up to snuff. Lackluster, they say. Huh, as if I care. I don't care.
Where was that girl headed earlier?
Maki? She went to gather auric oil. It's needed for the Fire Spring Festival. She's desperate to see our tribe succeed. Won't listen to a damn thing I say.
These newfangled kids and their weapons.
Why you're against her going?
Because some things are more important. Enough of that. Problem is the gathering site is crawling with monsters this time of year. If Roku knew what was good for him, he'd have brought her home.
I see.
We're searching for this boy's home. Have you ever heard of the Keepers?
Keepers? Can't say that I have. Oh. Is that a Wilkstone pendant?
Of course you'd know what it is.
No, not quite. And yet it strikes me as very similar. Some time ago I heard about an object that served as the Wilkstone's counterpart.
Do you know where it's produced?
Hardly. But long ago, the population thrived and had access to more advanced technology.
Really?
Perhaps these keepers are what remain of a tribe with connections to that ancient age.
Of course.
My village is at the end of an underground tunnel.
Lots of tunnels around here. Well, see if I can find you a guide.
Fair.
So the girl is heading right into a monster den?
If I may be so bold, might I propose that we go look for Maki?
What? I can't go sending guests to their deaths. But, well, you seem like a tough lot. If you can, I'd be grateful.
We'll find her, I promise.
Come and
Fervent
speak to me once you're ready.
feel.
I'm going with you.
It's clobbering time. No! Stop! I fell down by accident. Also not wielding the correct equipment. I would like to go to the forge first. Yeah, I don't know if I like it having your equipment. Like the way your equipment is tied to it. So both of your pieces. I can upgrade armor now. Talismans are handy items that grant skills when equipped. Try forging a talisman with your desired skill. Upgrading a talisman will also increase its skill level. We can forge and upgrade the talisman. We've got a lot of things we can do. We can get the Balahara to get geology. We could get the botanist. We could get an extension. We could get the friendship. We could get the glutton. We can get the... We could get a lot of charms, okay? Speed heal. Blast resist. Hematrice. Would probably equip for a different fight, but better late than never. Defense charm. Balahara would probably be a good idea. The forge list. The forge list. We cannot upgrade anything. Sorry. That is very insensitive. Also, it looks like it doesn't care for any other type of weapon currently. More importantly, why are these different? Oh, I swapped them somehow. Yeah, it's pretty weird. You know what? It might be a good idea to go back and do some hunting now that we are in a state of stuff. I'm gonna go with the bone helm for now, but I am going to switch back to the switch axe. For it is our weapon of intrigue for the day. Now, to be fair, the damage isn't too far from each other. Is one of the main problems. Yeah, our damage isn't too far from each other. But they still have a slightly different purpose. And they're completely different from each other. Alright, let's head back now that I've switched weapons. Go talk to Alma. Alma Almonds. I keep forgetting we have the Gilly Mantle. Alright, Alma. I said alright, Alma.
Shall we begin the search?
Ah! You come with the quest board. Nice. I will definitely be doing this separated from I don't know actually, because these optional quests are more like it seems more like something we should probably do for the first time. Hello. This seems like something that someone wants an investigation on. This one's a different one, because it has an icon on it. Let us accept and depart for our rosy friend here. You know, to be fair, I probably won't be using our weapon that I wanted to show off, but I feel like optional quests seem a little different. They're a way to redo a quest against a monster, like an assigned quest against a monster, without actually doing the assigned quest over. And even then, I believe you can't redo an assigned quest. You can only do the optional variant. Which in World was actually quite problematic. Because you could not redo certain things. Hello. Vigor Mental Bug. Alright. Off to slay the Spider Queen. Might as well take Sparkflint. Bitterbug. Bitterbug. I'll take the Rock Burst instead of Torch. Yeah, so it is 100% a way to fight a monster again. But first, I'm gonna be smart. Take these bone piles that I need for future builds. Monsters also do, as shown before, have a form of aggro. And also, they can stare at you like this. If you wear the Gilly Mantle, you cannot be spotted, I believe, unless you are directly next to them. Or you hit them. It will deactivate it, essentially. And now it is time to fight our Spider Queen. tried. Oh man. Every rose has its thorn. I'm very sorry I'm not being very talkative. Yes, we're refighting a monster, but also, we've been through this song and dance before. I also do very much... Well, that was weird. Uh-oh. I do love how much the fight gets changed. Cool. Anyway. Ooh, that's a heavy hit. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Well, that was weird. Don't know when I went to communication. Guess I went to communication. Oh, well, that appears to be a... That was fast. Ooh, that's a bit problematic. I just hit screen capture. I'm so sorry. And right as I'm doing other things. Please don't. I believe if you get that perfect guard, you also don't lose any sharpness, I think. Uh-oh, I've been paralyzed. I should have had paralysis equipment on. Paralysis resistance, at least. The buildup is a lot. Better. Punch has been nerfed. I'm sorry we are refighting a monster we've already fought, but to be... I see. It is asleep. Well, that's unfortunate, right? Nice. I do very much love the ability to stay on top of a monster. Like, it's not fully, like, needed, but it's still fun and interesting. Man, we did not give the materials enough time to reappear. Anywho, when doing these optional quests, I'm assuming we return back to base. Now, I will definitely do optional quests at least once, but optional quests do not give as good rewards, so it would be better to go out onto a field research type thing, a field survey. But I will probably show every optional quest at least once, giving us an excuse to say we've already done it. Actually, now that I think about it, one, it teleported us back. Two, I can claim my login bonus. Nice. Good old secret. I think we'll do one more fight, but this time... we'll post a different fight we've already done. Also, it'll actually show you an icon if you've completed it before, but you can still do it. As I'm showing with the assignments, completed assignments cannot be repeated. Hence why the optional quests are the only other way to do it other than field surveys. Maybe we should go back for something interesting. I do want to get Chatacabra pieces. Failed by the tide. Hunta Utadana. Doshugama. Balahara. Kangalala. K-Matrice. I'm thinking K-Matrice. Alright, let's go back and see what kind of equipment we can, perturb.
Never seen these monster materials before.
Sorry I'm taking the long way and didn't just teleport over. That's my bad. I need to drop off my materials somewhat. Remember to do that. I recommend you do so. It is useful because you can free up your inventory a lot better that way. I'd say get rid of potions. I mean, we get a bunch of free ones and we can go find them pretty easily. We also get rations pretty regularly. And to be fair, you don't often need to use them when you can just eat a normal meal. Speaking of, a shipment of rations are available. We got 2. Not ideal, but doable. Let's go and equip for the K-Matrice. Based, I believe, on the word K. Now, unfortunately for me, oh, I need to change my appearance. Unfortunately for... Oh, wrong. What do I need to do? Equipment appearance. We can equip the Guild Knight outfit, which also is cool. It is our only layered armor currently. This is what it looks like. Though I do believe I'm fine with what we have. Anyway, K-Matrice looks good on its own. I don't think the underclothes are necessary currently. But yes, we will use the K-Matrice because it is fire resistance we need. Alright. Actually, for specific wyvern types, I tend to go in a certain way of equipping weapons. So I'm gonna go use the bone axe against it. Let us go. Back to the sands. Funny how I picked 2 separate quests that take us into 2 different parts of the world.
Commencing quest now. Are you prepared? They've issued us supplies. Let's put them to use.
Yeah. Sounds like a smart idea. Excuse me. It wants me to go this way. And of course our friend is there. Now to show you somewhat how the blade works. A lot of it is muscle memory. So, we have the sword mode, which hits through armor and does not bounce off. And we have the axe mode, which has its own set of challenges. I am not fully used to how this weapon works. So, we do have exhaust to our, or not exhaust, but we do have a nerf to our skills. We are limited to how long we can have the sword morphed for. And we have a certain amount of time where that special axe mode will exist in. Ooh, we've got a morph move on a wound. It's a free swap, as it were. As we attack with the axe, it reshapes our abilities to be that of what we currently have. When you fill up that meter, you gain the ability of whatever your file type is. A very delicate process, but very easy to master. We got burned heavily. Also, when you're in sword mode, you have like a heavier feel to you. Whereas when you're in axe mode, you have a lot quicker movement you can do. Sorry. An Emperor Hopper. Seems our morph mode is different. Cool, I'm gonna go and do that, as you said. Now what I'm not used to is how quickly you can keep going from axe to sword mode with the ability to actually regain it, not over time. You actually do it with each individual attack, which is slightly different than what I'm used to. Anywho. A monster goes to sleep whenever it, goes around to their lair. Tend to happen that way. It's good to pick up any materials around the place, and if you care enough to, you can place down a bomb near a part of its body and do increased damage. Sure, I'll take it. And yes, there is a difference between grabbing them with a capture net. Seems we've got a free wound to break. We can deal massive damage with that attack. Yeah, I am a switch axe and charge blade user. It fully depends on the monster though. If it's a brute wyvern like the K Matrice, I tend to use a switch axe instead of a charge blade. And when it's like an up close and personal but still want to defend, I usually use the charge blade. And then if it's like a monster with armor, in some cases I will use a hammer instead of the charge blade or switch axe, depending on if it's like a brute or if it's an up close and personal type fight. And then there's also other up close and personal, usually a fang wyvern that has a long body. I fight with dual blades, and then any flying version of a flying wyvern, which is mainly in the air, I will tend to use a insect glaive. It's just how I am. It's pretty useful being able to switch between so many weapons at will. Being that I got used to them. But yeah, I just wanted to show a fight with with another weapon I'll be using during certain fights. Now, obviously, the main problem will be switching to them when I go to fight them the first time without knowing the fight's going to happen. But yeah, I say we are in good enough straits to be able to end this episode here. So, if you like this video, you can like it down below. You can like the video down below. You can comment. That's entirely up to you. And hopefully, I will see you in the next episode of Monster Hunter Wilds. Since there's been so many videos already for just these 2 sessions I've done of the game. This is gonna be a different type of series. It's gonna be way different from what I normally did because I'm recording so heavily in advance. But also, the game literally just came out and I want to play it, so an excuse to play it is to record it. I'm very sorry the FPS is not 60 all the time, but remember, the game is very powerful. And, or not the game. The game's graphics are very intensive on, a setup, and I only just recently got back into recording anyway. Hopefully I can fix up my mic issue before too long, but you know, things happen and we're forced to deal with certain things that happen. Ingredients, please. But yeah, hopefully we'll be able to do more stuff, and I'll probably do field surveys on the monsters and then do the optional quests for gameplay other than main story, so I can also get materials. But the field surveys tend to give you more materials anyway than the optional quests. And it seems the field surveys are essentially the investigations of World, and I don't know the gameplay of Rise, other than I know that my previous computer could probably handle Rise. Anywho, I will see you in the next episode. Alrighty, then, bye-bye!